Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Rosewater. And in the last episode, guys, Harley did a little bit of digging, both figuratively and literally, trying to find out some more information about Abraham Levinsky, who was a member of New Bethel who just didn't vibe with the way of life that was being established here and wanted to continue his trip out west along with a group of dissenters. Now, the group was treated pretty harshly in fairness and put under lock and key, but thanks to a timely intervention, they were able to make their escape and leave the settlement. But they were killed by wolves. At least that's the story. Now, we found in a newspaper article that Abraham Levinsky not only made it to El Presidio, but he's apparently doing just fine, and Harley went to check Abraham's grave, and it is empty. So why the need for a cover-up? Who's behind the cover-up? What is going on in this town? Very interested to find out what that is. Now, I've been walking around trying to interact with everything, and I've kind of come up dry. So I guess it's time to do the old point and click standard, and that is basically exhaust all dialogue options with everybody. So we'll check with Patrick first.
Sorry, can't talk. I gotta do my job.
Radio, man, radio.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
I've tried going down to check on the wagon, but I'm not allowed.
Why not?
Patrick said it's for our safety. Wolves in the forest or something.
These people have lived here a long time. I think we should listen to them.
We'll talk later.
I look forward to it.
Hello, Sue Ellen.
Hello, Harley.
Oh.
I spoke with Jerome, and he told me you two came after the original Voyagers.
Yes, that's right. We don't much talk about that. Sister Joanna likes to say that everybody here has always been part of New Bethel, even if they didn't know it yet. Some of our brothers and sisters are still on their way to us, even now. We got here about 2 years after this whole thing started. Other families came after, but we were about the first newcomers.
What exactly were the circumstances that led to your arrival?
Jerome and I were coming down from Shivering Pines, heading for the coast in search of a new life. But our wagon broke down on the road through the mountains.
You didn't take the canyon bridge?
Is there a bridge now? Wasn't one when we came through.
Normally, yes, but it recently collapsed. That's why we went through the pass.
Huh. Well, Brother James came and found us and brought us up the mountain. At first, we had every intention of keeping on, but we didn't have any real plans, and folks here were so welcoming. We never really made the decision to stay. We just never left.
What about the other families?
Same story, more or less.
I'll let you get back to your garden.
Come enjoy it any time.
Okay. Now, we haven't really gone back into this room since we were staying there and Lola told us to come out and explain what was happening. Oh! She's back here.
She's busy.
And she's busy. Anything? Nothing new under the sun. Okay. Other than her. And she is not in a talkative mood.
Not now, Legere. We gotta get down to the wagon.
How about Boss Lady?
Hello again, Joanna.
Hello to you, Sister Harley.
Eliza told me a story about her being sent to an orphanage.
Please, let's not speak of that. She clearly trusts you if she shared that with you, but that's deep in the past. It was a dark chapter in our lives.
Oh, I've been trying to keep Patrick's hideout a secret, but...
Know anything about Patrick's hideout?
Youth is so fleeting. He will have to set aside childish things and assume the responsibilities of an adult member of this community soon enough.
Thanks for the chat.
God bless.
Yeah, let's silence that whimsy right out of him. Oi.
Hey, Danny.
Hi, Harley.
Would you give us a moment, Brother Jerome?
Of course.
Yeah, you don't want to hear this. Let's flash
I
that
don't want
fashionable
to alarm
cape.
you, but something about this place isn't quite right.
What do you mean?
Sue Ellen told me about how she and Jerome got here.
Oh, sure. Jerome told me too. How the wagon broke down and all that.
It didn't strike you as familiar?
Sure, it sounded like what happened to us. Are you saying it's not a coincidence?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Come on, Harley. Really? Mountain roads are full of rocks and things. I'm not surprised a wagon would break down there.
Feels like we're being recruited.
Joanna isn't quite so benevolent. Captain Perry told me about a group of dissenters who were kept under lock and key. And Sue Ellen told me about a harsh punishment called the silence, where people can't speak for days if they upset Joanna.
Huh. That does sound pretty extreme. But, I don't know, it doesn't seem that strange to me. Is there anything else that seems off to you?
Well, there is the empty grave.
There's a fake grave in the graveyard. It supposedly belongs to the leader of a group of deserters, but it's empty.
You searched his grave?
I had to find out if the story was true.
That's just wrong, Harley. We made a memorial for Petey, and there was no body there. Maybe this is the same thing.
It's not. Trust me.
Please, I don't want to hear any more about it.
That's all for right now. I'll let you know if I hear anything else.
Okay.
You can come back now, Brother Jerome.
I can understand Danny's viewpoint on that, though, to be fair.
See you, Danny.
Bye for now.
Brother Jerome.
Hi, Brother Jerome.
Sister Harley?
Has Patrick told you about his hideout?
Oh, he's mentioned it once or twice. Don't know where it is, but I know he keeps his little treasures there.
What does Patrick consider a treasure?
He loves his little wooden figures, that's for sure. Especially animals.
Appreciate your time.
Beware.
Ooh. I wonder if that's going to unlock Nadine's carving abilities. Let's see. Or do we have to figure out what kind of animal?
I've got this piece of wood. Think you could carve something for me?
What did you have in mind?
Ooh, definitely a wolf.
I think I'd like a wolf.
Very well. I'll have it ready in just a while.
Kids love wolves. And wolves love kids. For dinner.
There you are.
Beautiful work, Nadine.
Now we got it. We just needed that little bit of intel. Hey there, buddy. Oh, that's cool.
Nadine carved this for me. It's a little wolf. Here, I thought you might like something for your collection.
Oh, wow, a wolf! And look at those fangs! This is great! I'll be back in just a minute. Don't get any ideas about going down the path. I'll know if you do.
Better not try calling his bluff, but let's just see where he goes.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's going to his hideout. Need to track him down. Be stealthy, Harley. And I bet you he's going into that one cabin that has that little nook.
He's going towards the cabin. Interesting.
Secret entrance. Okay, tilt the cross. And
Looks like I found your secret hideout.
that's a pretty intricate hideout for a kid. I'm a bit envious, to tell you the truth. Okay. Off he goes. We're fine. Patrick's Sacred Snack Chamber. Search.
Let's see what Patrick's got hidden back here. Interesting. A small crank handle.
Ah, okay, okay. Well, how about that? I was wondering if we were going to have to grab another piece of wood and have Nadine carve this, but this is much better.
Open sesame.
Open sesame.
Rather cozy up here, and you can't beat the view.
Well, hello there, little telescope.
An old spyglass, part of the original airship. Patrick's collection of extra special figurines. Can't see a thing. I think it's missing a lens.
Well, I've got the cure for that right here.
A perfect fit. What a surprise.
How fortuitous.
An old spyglass, part of the original airship.
Oh, whoops.
Let's have a look. That's the base of the mountain near where we broke down. Hello, and who might you be?
Aragorn?
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
Okay, so someone's down there and is not being eaten by wolves. So, what do we do here? Guess we talk to Lola.
Not now, Legere. We gotta get down to the wagon.
Okay, how about Jake?
Hello, Jake.
Howdy.
I think there's something strange going on here.
What do you figure?
Oh, we'll just go down the line again.
I spoke to Jerome and Sue Ellen. They told me their wagon broke down just like ours. What's more, several other families who came after them experienced similar breakdowns.
So you think there's some sort of conspiracy?
It's happened too many times to be a coincidence.
I can't say I agree with you there, Harley. If it was intentional, and these folks were sabotaging wagons and trapping people, they'd have lots more captives, don't you think?
Maybe, but...
But nothing. We'll be on our way soon enough. Enjoy this little rest while it lasts.
But they built that bridge across the chasm so people aren't going down this path anymore.
Joanna isn't quite so benevolent. Captain Perry told me about a group of dissenters who were kept under lock and key. And Sue Ellen told me about a harsh punishment called the silence, where people are shunned and can't speak for days if they upset Joanna.
That all? Shoot. That don't sound like much. She's the leader here. And if that's what it takes to keep the peace, so be it. It's hardly cause to think we're in any danger.
Jake, you're not understanding what we're trying to tell you here, buddy.
There's a fake grave in the graveyard. It supposedly belongs to the leader of a group of deserters, but it's empty.
What you mean fake? A memorial?
No, a fake. A man's supposed to be buried there, but he's not.
Why would someone go to the trouble of making a fake grave?
Exactly what I want to know.
I admit it's suspicious, but that's not enough to start stirring up the pot.
Well, at least he's willing to, take that with a grain of salt.
I caught a glimpse of a cloaked figure sneaking into a secret cave down on the mountain road. I have a feeling there's something important in there.
A secret cave, huh? You might be onto something there. We can't just sit around then. Time for action. What do you suggest?
Miss Johnson and I are trying to get down to the wagon. We need you to help us distract Patrick.
Easy. Lead on.
Yeah, this is tailor-made for Jake.
We just need you to get the kid out of the way long enough for us to get down the mountain without being spotted.
Leave everything to me. Excuse me, son. I was wondering if you had a minute.
Sure. What do you need?
Just need you to come with me for a second. Captain Perry wants a word.
Oh, okay, if it's quick. Sister Joanna won't like it if I leave my post long.
That's 2 distractions in one day. I like it.
Now's our chance. Let's go.
Y'all can always run. Ooh, it has been a while. Have they gutted the thing?
Oh,
They have.
what have these people done to my wagon?
It's clear they don't want us leaving New Bethel.
You said there was a cave down here?
Looked like.
Then see if you can find it. We need to figure out what we're up against.
And where's Lisa Lou? Okay, there's the cave right there, I believe.
Not sure if this is the one I saw from the crow's nest. Ow! Damn thorns.
Check everything.
Unassuming looking bush. Here we are. This bush was put here deliberately.
Oh, never mind.
Hey, look! I found the cave.
Good. Now see what's inside, and be quick.
It's in bad shape. We need to get it fixed or our journey ends here.
No time for chatter now, Leger.
Radio.
A shovel and pickaxe. Perfect for digging potholes and dirt roads.
This is the sabotage base.
This workbench is a mess of books and papers.
Books and papers?
What's this? Looks like some kind of handbook. A printer's proof copy. The Saboteur's Handbook by JT and JR. My god, I need to show this to Lola. Now.
Yeah, oh wow, dynamite?
It's full of dynamite and wires. Someone has been making explosives. It's a hand-drawn map of the area. That's the road, and it's been marked with several X's. This is exactly where we broke down. These look like they were placed here recently. Wait a minute. These are our wheels. It's stuffed with guns and ammunition. That's not a good sign.
Okay, someone is definitely not what they appear.
It's stuffed with...
Let's hand this off to Lola. Can we take some of the guns?
You won't believe what I found in the cave.
Try me.
A printer's proof of something called the Saboteur's Handbook. Have a look.
Written by J.T. Joanna Taggart.
Must be, but who is J.R.?
Jonathan Red?
Oh, the dad who died.
The leader of the Redites? That's ridiculous. How could he have anything to do with this place?
Oh, never mind.
Not so ridiculous. At the feast last night, I overheard Joanna talking. She mentioned founding this community in Bright Bay.
I suppose she did say that, so...
Yeah. New Britannia is where the Redites made their name, but they also started out in Bright Bay.
So you think Joanna knew Jonathan Red?
Not just knew him. I think they worked together. Maybe more than that. You get a good look at that Eliza girl? She's got a certain resemblance to that Mr. Red.
Hang on. Joanna told me Eliza's father was named Jonathan.
That's what I heard the name from. Okay.
All that aside, look at the contents.
These are all instructions. Sabotaging vehicles and laying road traps. Low-grade bombs for controlled explosions. Creating concealed hiding spots in the wilderness. Remind you of anything?
Making banana bread.
One thing's for certain. The wagon breakdown wasn't just coincidence. Someone planned it to get us here.
Yes, but who?
That's what we need to find out.
Lots of pages have notes scribbled in the margins. Some are from JT, others from JR. Looks like they had some ideological differences.
Oh?
Joanna thought things were going too far. She objected to giving instructions for explicitly violent stuff. Here's a note on the bombs page where she says, "Too dangerous to print." Same time, Red's written things like, "This information is a tool for a righteous cause," or "No revisions, too late for cold feet." But there's another set of notes in somebody else's handwriting. Here, on this recipe for an acid compound, Joanna crossed out some ingredients. This other person tried to fill in the missing information.
The Half-Blood
So
Prince.
this person is probably our saboteur.
I'd put money on it.
I think I know who it is. I think Daughter Deer got a hold of Mom and Dad's little anarchist cookbook.
I think our top priority is figuring out who this person is.
I agree, but we gotta be discreet. We can't just go around interrogating everyone hoping for a confession. We need solid proof identifying the person you saw going into that cave.
My brother was the detective in the family.
Well, now's your chance to do him proud.
So what should our next move be?
Round up the others and come to my cabin. We need to talk. Come on, let's get back up the mountain before anybody notices us missing.
The war meeting. Oh, what's Phil gonna say? Though.
And so this saboteur is the reason we're here.
We need to uncover who it is and tell these people. They deserve the truth.
Now wait just a minute. This is all very serious for sure. But these folks have a whole way of life they're accustomed to. We expose it all as a lie. Why, we're ripping the bottom out of their world.
Jake's got a point. It could tear this community apart.
I think Lola's right. Not knowing your true history is no way to live.
At the very least, Joanna should know about this. As the community's leader, it falls to her to decide what to do with this information.
We gotta be able to prove who the saboteur is first. Could be the rot goes all the way to the top.
I have a strong suspicion, but I'll see if I can confirm it.
Once you do, you can tell Joanna the truth, assuming she's not the one behind it all.
Or you could try talking to the saboteur. Maybe get him to lay off without having to upset the whole community.
I'll see what I can find out.
Because we haven't seen Eliza in quite some time. Let's just be cool. Well, how about that?
Wait a minute, this is the same cloak I saw through the spyglass. Got you now, Eliza.
Well, that answers that. Easy peasy.
Joanna, Eliza, and her father, Jonathan Red.
I'd heard the name Jonathan, and I assumed that that was the dad who had passed away, but I'm glad we got some clarification there. I'm horrible with names. Okay, so if that is... What do we do? Do we go talk to Joanna?
Hello again, Joanna.
Hello to you, Sister Harley.
Ew. Okay. Hold on.
Thanks for the chat.
God bless.
Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, she's just by herself. Would Eliza spawn?
She's busy.
Yep. That cross stitch isn't gonna fix itself. Danny and them are probably... Oh, dear.
I believe this belongs to you.
Where did you get that?
Exactly where you left it.
It seems Patrick has earned himself a period of silence. He won't like that much, but it's about time he grew up some.
So you've been causing all the wagon breakdowns and trapping people here. What was your plan? Continued excuses for why our wagon wasn't ready until we gave up and asked to stay permanently?
That's how it's worked in the past, yes.
Oh, God.
Just what do you get out of trapping people here?
I'm not trapping anyone. I'm offering a better life, and what we all get out of it is a larger, stronger community, just as God intended. He sent me a vision when I was a girl, of my mother leading a thriving community on a mountaintop. All I've done is ensure this vision comes to pass. Members have lost faith and abandoned us before, to the detriment of all. We've suffered harsh winters and disease. Keeping our numbers up hasn't been easy, but I wasn't about to stand by and let the community wither, so I took measures to cultivate it.
Whew, man.
You've built your community on lies. If I'm not mistaken, lying's not on God's approval list.
God forbids harmful deceit. I'm shepherding people to a better life in his name.
How convenient.
It's clear to me you've no intention of joining us. God must have other plans for you. I can have your wagon repaired and let you and your companions go on your way. All I ask in return is that you spare a thought for the people of this community. Do not speak of what you've learned. It would destroy them.
And just how will you explain our departure?
Simple. I'll say you all insisted on breaking curfew to go down to your wagon. Tragically, you were all eaten by wolves as a result. I can set up a memorial in the graveyard if you'd like. It will make a powerful deterrent.
Okay, let me think about it. Okay, thought about it. No.
I can't go along with this. These people need to know the truth.
Stop! You're making a terrible mistake!
As long as you don't throw the book at me.
Joanna, I'm afraid I have some disturbing news.
What is it?
Can you call together the community? This is something everyone needs to hear.
What is this about? I would be glad to make an announcement once I know what it concerns.
I'm afraid I have to insist on addressing everyone at once.
As you wish. I'll call an assembly.
Oh, we wouldn't have been able to tell Joanna off the bat anyway until we had found the saboteur.
Brothers and sisters of the Second Dawn, Sister Harley has asked me to bring you all together to hear her words. Tell us, Sister Harley, what news have you for us all?
Ha!
Since you all came here, you feared wolves in the forest below. But I'm sorry to tell you that the real wolf has been living among you all this time.
What are you saying?
Eliza has been pulling the strings all along. She's been manipulating us all. She's been setting traps in the road to capture wagons and bring their passengers into New Bethel.
What? How dare you?
I saw her enter a secret cave at the base of the mountain. It was full of saboteurs' tools, along with spare wagon wheels, and this.
What? Eliza, what are you doing with that?
Claiming my birthright. Just because you disavowed father doesn't mean I did.
Oh, God.
So it was sabotage. I always ask myself if our breakdown was really an accident. You've been lying to us all these years.
No, I swear I didn't know anything about this.
Then why did you prop up the lie about Abraham Levinsky?
What lie? Brother Abraham was killed when he left the safety of New Bethel, torn apart by wolves.
Wow, she didn't even know about what Eliza had been doing. But...
And you insisted no one be allowed to see the body.
On the advice of Brother James. He was the one who recovered him. He said that no one else should have to look upon that. So I gave him care of Brother Abraham's remains.
So you never actually saw Levinsky's body?
No, I put my faith in Brother James's word.
James, okay.
There was no body, because Levinsky never died. There were no wolves. In fact, he made it safely to Las Virgenes. Just weeks ago, he was in the papers announcing his niece's marriage. It was just a story concocted to keep you all here. To keep you afraid.
He was trying to protect you. He was trying to protect all of us. Brother James was the one who had the idea to bring in new members. He understood that a community can't thrive without them.
James was a saint. He loved this community. And you, Sister Joanna. There's nothing he wouldn't have done for you all.
I think that is becoming very clear.
Eliza, I don't understand. Why would you do this?
The outside world is a horrible place, Mother. You should know this better than anyone. Look at what we've built here. How we've grown and flourished. We had to keep that safe. That's why you had to make sure no one ever left the mountain. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I only wanted people to share in our joy.
Or else.
You did it without asking us if we wanted a part of it. A community without trust ain't no community worth living in.
Joanna, my love, there's something else you probably ought to know about. I never said anything because after a while it didn't seem to matter. But after the crash, I examined the boiler and...
Oh, God.
Well, it had clearly been sabotaged.
What?
We were headed for disaster. I saw it in my vision.
You mean you saw that we were going to crash, that someone was going to sabotage the ship?
No, Mother, you don't understand. I saw the sun setting in the west and the sea became red with blood. We were going to make it to the coast, but the land was already tainted, cursed. It was the mountain that was our true home, a citadel of holy peace. I just had to make sure we ended up here.
So, you brought the airship down? Eliza, you could have killed us all.
But I didn't. I gave us a new life, a better life.
And you can keep it. Come on, Jerome. We're leaving this rock. Anybody who wants to come with us is welcome.
What? You can't just leave. Where will you go?
Anywhere but here.
You won't last 2 minutes out there.
Silence, Eliza. Until further notice.
But
I said silence.
Silence!
Return to your quarters immediately. Wait for me to come find you. Please, Sister Sue Ellen, don't be so hasty. It breaks my heart to hear what my baby has done, but now that I know the truth, there's no reason we can't start over. We can continue to live here without the fear of the unknown below.
That ain't gonna work, sis. Joanna, not now. We're way past that.
Can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Yeah, this is a charade. If you're gonna have people stay here, they gotta stay for the right reasons.
She's got a point, Joanna. You can't just start over and pretend none of this ever happened. You need to give everyone time to decide what they want to do.
Yes, maybe you're right.
Nothing personal against you, Joanna. You've been a decent leader, even if we didn't always agree. But we gotta have a chance to make our own life on our own terms.
Well, you're always welcome in New Bethel, should you change your mind.
Thank you, Joanna. But I don't think we will.
I don't know what to say. I suppose I should thank you for opening my eyes.
I'm sorry it had to be this way, but I couldn't keep silent.
I think perhaps I've relied too much on silence. When no one is speaking, it is easier to imagine that everyone is of one mind. My own daughter. When I thought she was bent in humble prayer, she was hatching secret plots in her heart. Will you be leaving us then?
Afraid so, ma'am. The open road beckons.
Very well. I'll arrange for your wagon to be repaired, now that we know where the parts are. It'll be ready by morning.
Thanks, Joanna.
I think Lisa Lou just showed up. I think she's like a mastermind, you know what I mean?
I'm glad you decided to speak out against Eliza, Miss Legere. It was the push we all needed.
Of course. I couldn't let things go on like that. What will you two do?
Not entirely sure. Reckon we'll continue on to the coast like we were before.
Need a ride? Might be cramped, but we can make room.
Thank you, but no. There's a whole group leaving with us.
We'll make our own way, together.
All right. Goodbye then. And good luck.
To you as well.
Wouldn't it be ironic if they were all killed by wolves?
Our sojourn in New Bethel has left us all somewhat shaken. Thankfully, we have only to cross Hellfire Pass today, and from there, it's a straight shot down into El Presidio. With our goal so near in sight, we can all focus our attention back to the task of locating Dr. Clark's fortune.
And hopefully Eliza doesn't get, like, filled with fanatical fervor and do something to the rest of the community. Not our problem anymore, but... Whew, we escaped New Bethel off the mountain. Thank God. Well, I guess the open road continues, guys. We're getting closer and closer to El Presidio. We'll go ahead and call it an episode here, and we'll see what happens. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.